Welcome to the Pert practice test. In this video, we are going to go over questions 1 through 4. So it says to evaluate, and it gave you a polynomial. And in the polynomial, it said if x equals -4 and y equals 5. So what we need to do here is plug in -4 wherever we see an x, and then we're going to plug in 5 to wherever we see a y. Okay. So we have 2 times x, which is -4, times y squared, which is 5 squared, minus 3 times x times y minus 7. So now this is just simplifying. So in PEMDAS, so parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction, we're going to do the exponents first, and we're going to do one tiny step at a time. So we have 2 times -4, and then that exponent, which is 5 squared, turns into 25, minus 3 times -4 times 5 minus 7. Okay, so we're done with parentheses, we're done with exponents. Now we're in multiplication division from left to right. So when we have something like this, we actually have little areas of multiplication. So we have this group minus this group. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to have 2 times -4 times 25, which on your calculator is going to be -200. And then this is, I'm just going to do that at plus negative. So we have -3 times -4, which is 12, and then 12 times 5 is 60. So plus 60 minus 7. So now we have -200 plus 60, which is -140, and then -140 minus 7 more, is -147. So your answer here would be A. So let's do number 2. All right. So this says solve for y. So we're not evaluating, we're actually solving for a given variable. So we're going to go ahead and write it over here, 4 minus. Now, the thing that's going to help, when you have a minus sign outside of something that's an entire parenthesis, you're going to distribute that negative sign to everything in here. All that does is change the signs. So instead of 4, so that turns into a negative y. Let's think about it this way. 4 plus negative y or 4 minus y. We can do it that way too. And then, so then this turns into a plus 5. Then again, this negative is going to everything in here. So this turns into a minus y or a plus a negative y, and then minus 3 equals 2. All right, so our next step here is we're going to go ahead and combine like terms. So our like terms here is 4 is a like term with 5. And then negative y is a like term with negative y, and -3. So let's go ahead and combine our like terms. So we have 4, and then we have 5, which is 9, minus 3, which is 6. Now let's do our y's. We have negative y plus negative y. So we have negative y and negative y, which is going to bring us -2y. So now we just have to solve for y. So we're going to subtract 6 from both sides. We have -2y equals -4. Divide both sides by -2, and we have y equals 2. So your answer here is C. All right, so let's go to number 3. So this is simplifying. So it's trying to see if you know your like terms. So the thing is, when it comes to the word simplifying, we are not trying to get x by itself. We're not going to get a pretty number. We're just breaking down what we can. So I'm going to go ahead and write it again over here. So we have 6 minus 4 minus 4x, and then close. So whenever you see brackets, all that means is it's just another layer of parenthesis. Okay? So the first thing we have to do is what's inside the brackets. So in this case, that's distributing that 3. So we have 6 minus 4. We're still leaving the brackets up because we're not there yet. 6 times 2x, or I'm sorry, 3 times 2x is 6x plus 15 minus 4x. Sorry, and I probably did need that second parenthesis. Okay, so now let's break down what's in the brackets, which are the two x's. Those are like terms. This 6x and the negative 4x are like terms, so combining them brings me to 2x plus 15. And then we'll close the bracket. Now that we have everything as simple as we can inside the brackets, now our next step is to distribute this negative 4 to everything. So, because it's a plus negative. So we have 6. Negative 4 times 2x is negative 8x. Negative 4 times 15 is negative 60. Okay. Now we're going to simplify our like terms now, which are 6 and negative 60. So we have negative 8x, and then 6 plus negative 60 is negative 54. So your answer here is going to be D. Okay, so for number 4, this one is solve for x. We are going to get something in here that we're going to get x equals something. So the first thing we have to do is we have to distribute this 0.2 to everything inside the parenthesis. So 0.2 times 2 is 0.4x minus 0.2 times 1, or negative 1, sorry, is negative 0.2 equals 0.2x plus 0.08. Okay, we're still trying to solve for x. 0.4. So dots are a little small. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move the variable. So I'm going to subtract 0.2x from both sides. We can draw a line if that's helpful. Minus 0.2x. And then I'm going to bring this down. So we have, and then we have 0.4 minus 0.2, which is 0.2. 0.2x. These canceled, and over here we have 0.08. Now I'm going to add 0.2 to both sides. Well, 0.2. Oh, look at me go. Sorry. I'm going to put a 0. I'm going to add 0.2 to this side. This comes down. We have 0.2x. And then 0.08 plus 0.2 is 0.28. Oh, not x, the x on the other side. Sorry. And then our last step to get this to get x by itself is to divide both sides by 0.2. So x is going to equal 1.4, which is letter A.